Yes, Michael, I am, but before we get to the actual interview of Michael Moore, let's take a look at some clips from the movie.
I had found one man in Flint with a secure job, Sheriff's Deputy Fred Ross. Deputy Fred seemed especially busy these days.
People stay up all night, sleep all day. You better get your clothes on, we're here to put you out. I put out some of my best of friends, but nothing personal, you know. They know me, they know what I do, so if they lucky enough to draw me, at least they got somebody they can talk to.
What's going to happen to this woman?
End up sitting out, letting the new husband come up with the money. I can't imagine somebody getting married to someone as poor as you. It gets kind of rough. Two poor people in the same house. I always tell women you can be poor by yourself, you don't need any help. And she just got some help being poor.
The highlight of the parade was Miss Michigan, Kay Lonnie Ray Rapko. Passing by the dozens of boarded-up stores and hundreds of jobless Flint citizens, she was an inspiring sight to all present.
So you go past so many stores that are boarded up and people that are laid off. Well, how does that make you feel, just on a personal level?
A little sad, of course. I'm for employment and working in Michigan, and hopefully it's just temporarily. So I just keep my fingers crossed that they'll be back in working soon. I'm trying to stay neutral here. I'm going to Miss America in 2 weeks, and I don't want to...
It's a great day for a parade, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. It turned out wonderful. I can't believe the crowd. In fact, it's the largest parade I've been in.
Really?
And I've been in probably over 20. I love coming back to Flint. It's my third trip here, and I love it.
Any message to the people of Flint?
Just keep your fingers crossed for me as I go for the gold in 2 weeks, and hopefully bring back a crown for Flint and the rest of the Michigan state.
2 weeks later, she got her wish.
Our new Miss America, Kay Lonnie Ray Rapko, Miss Michigan.
Where are you guys going?
Oh, we're going up to the 14th floor.
Do you have an appointment?
No, we're going to try and see Roger Smith.
No, you're not. You're not going to get on one of those elevators.
Why is that?
If you don't have an appointment, you're not going up to 14.
Well, can we go up and try and make an appointment?
No.
Why?
I need Tony or Denise.
And the reason to talk to Roger Smith would be?
Michael Moore.
No, what's your reason for seeing Roger Smith?
Excuse me.
We're doing...
I need to see you.
We're making a film. I quickly sized up the situation. 3 guards in the booth, plus the one with a corsage. A dozen security cameras and 4 new cars with inflated sticker prices parked in the lobby. If I made a run for it up to Roger's office, what's the worst that could happen to me? Before I could fully explore the consequences of such an action, my escorts to the 14th floor finally arrived.
Why don't you send a letter to us, and we will be happy to, as I say, take it under advisement, just as we do all requests to see the chairman.
Okay, it's just I've been waiting for about a year now to get this, I think it's been under advisement for a long time.
Well,
and so what I'd like to do is just go up to the 14th floor and set up an appointment with his secretary.
Well, that would be impossible.
Obviously, I was getting the big blow-off once again. I tried in vain to locate his house, but the name Smith was a common one among these people. I then read that Roger was going to be at the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club. I decided to drop in on the affair. Roger Smith.
I haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him here yet?
Just
You calling?
who? Roger Smith?
Yeah.
You want me to call Roger Smith? No, I'm trying to get a hold of the manager to see if anybody knows anything about it.
I'm sure he said the Grosse Pointe. I mean, it wasn't him.
Can we?
It was...
Who? His office?
Yeah, his office.
Why don't we call his office and
Yeah, I
find
could do
out?
that.
I have a television crew down here with Michael Moore. He's supposed to meet Roger Smith at noon. I have no information.
How often does Mr. Smith come here for lunch or dinner?
The last time I saw him here was for Sportsman's Night.
Yeah, what's that?
It's a wild game dinner.
Yeah. You go out and shoot your own animal, and
Pardon me?
you go out and shoot the animals you shoot. You bring here and eat, or
Well, some of the stuff is donated.
yeah.
Yeah. The foods like rattlesnake and, let me think of some real exotic foods. Alligator,
Eat this stuff here?
roast beef.
Yeah, that sounds better. Meanwhile, the more fortunate in Flint were holding their annual Great Gatsby party at the home of one of GM's founding families. To show that they weren't totally insensitive to the plight of others, they hired local people to be human statues at the party.
So what's it like here in Flint these days? Well, things are tough here for the people that are laid off. There's still people working, and I don't think it's as bad as people may believe. So what advice do you have for those who are having a rough go of it?
Get up in the morning and go do something. Start yourself. Get your own motor going. There's things to do out there.
I don't think it's real fair to just pick on the very negative things and publicize them and not pick up any of the really good aspects of it.
What are some of the good aspects of Flint?
The ballet. I mean, your kids were involved in that.
Ballet, hockey. It's a great place to live.
You don't usually think of tourist attraction when you think of Flint, but people here in Flint would like to change that, and they're willing to go to some pretty extreme lengths. Flint officials would like to see the local tourist economy explode.
We've got some great facilities as far as places to stay, interesting places to see, museums, and it's a nice community to visit.
This is our visitor's logbook. I see West Germany here, Australia. Jackie, what are some of the things that visitors ask us here?
First off, where is the bathroom? That's the question I get asked most.